Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well, and here I am with another video on electrostatics. So in this video I am going to deduct electric field due to a uniform circular loop of charge, or this is sometimes known as a charged ring. Okay, so for this what I have done, I have drawn a charged ring. Okay, and this is uniformly charged with a positive charge Q, and suppose it is of radius A. Okay, and the distance, and this distance is suppose on this ring we consider a small element. We consider a small element of length dl. Okay, and this dl is at a distance of r from a point known as P. So this is O and this is P. So we have to find the electric field at the point P, and for that what we have to do? For that, at first, what we did is we considered a small element dl, and this dl element has charge dq, and for this the electric field at this point means what will be the electric field for this element at this point, that we have to find out. So for that what we will do? So first of all, let us see what is the circumference of this distribution. So circumference of the ring is 2 pi a. Okay, since this is the radius we have taken, so the circumference of this ring will be 2 pi a, and charge per unit length will be what? Then if it consists of charge q, then q by 2 pi a is the charge per unit length. Now since and another thing, let us consider this point P is at a distance of x from O. Okay, so here we have considered OP equals to x, and if suppose this point is this point is M, so PM equals to R and OM equals to A. So these are all the distances that we have taken. So now what we will do? So what will be, if we consider this small element, if we name it as AB is this small charge element, small line element dl. So what will be the amount of charge in dl? So charge in the element dl will be what? dq equals to q by 2 pi a dl. Okay, so if charge per unit in unit length, if the charge is this much, so in dl, in element dl, it will be q by 2 pi a into dl. Just unitary method we have used. Then therefore electric field at P will be what? So here, since this charge element is very small, so electric field will be written as small electric field, that is will be denoted by dE. So it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by r square. So it will be dq by r square, because this is small, so this will also be small. So what we will get? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, put this value, q by 2 pi a r square dl. So this is now my electric field. One thing you can do, in place of r square, what we see, so r square is equals to a square by x square from Pythagoras theorem. So if this is 90 degree, so r square equals to a square plus x square. So ax square plus x square dl. We can write it in this manner. Okay. So next, what is the direction of electric field? So in this case, you know, the electric field is a vector, so we need to know the direction of the electric field. So electric field will be directed, since suppose, imagine there is a positive test charge here. So what will be the direction of electric field due to the charge element present here, the small charge dq present here? It will be towards this line, directed in this direction. This is the direction of electric field. Okay, and suppose this line is inclined to this baseline at an angle theta. Suppose this is an angle theta. There is an angle theta between this inclined line with the horizontal line. So this is theta. So we know the direction of electric field, or we can write here directed along MP. Okay, so this is the direction. I told you that this midpoint, write it as M, so it will be directed along MP. Now this DE, now this DE can be resolved into two components. DE can be resolved into two components. Can be resolved into two components. So what are the components? So one is dE cos theta and the other is dE sin theta. So now how can you say that these two components are coming into the picture? So the reason is that if this is the angle theta, and suppose if we extend the baseline, so if this is theta, this angle will also be theta, because these are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so this angle is also theta. So now what you can do, if this is DE, then we will get another two component. So one will be in this direction and another will be in this direction. So this component will be dE cos theta and this component will be dE sin theta. Okay, so these are the two components of electric field that we get. Now imagine there was another element here. Okay, so what would have been the electric field at this point again? So due to this element, if we suppose here we consider test charge Q naught or of any and Q naught is of plus 1 magnitude, suppose. So suppose here was this small element dl prime, suppose, and here there would have been another electric field. So that electric field would have been directed along this direction. Okay, so now, and this direction could again have been resolved into two components, again dE sin theta, dE cos theta. Okay, so it would have been resolved again into two components, because this angle also would have been theta, and again this would have been theta, and this is dE sin theta and dE cos theta. Okay, So that means wherever you take small charge, small element, okay, wherever you take, in all the cases, you would have got dE cos theta components getting added along this direction and all the dE sin theta components getting cancelled out, because these two are all equal magnitude and in opposite directions. And as we know in vector, if two vectors are equal and opposite, they can mutually cancel out each other. So all these directions will get cancelled. Wherever you take the line element dl or charge dq, wherever you take, the component of electric field that will arise will get cancelled wherever you at this point. Okay, so what will be left? These components will get cancelled, only the dE cos theta components will keep on adding. So what we can write, so this is the axial component, so perpendicular components gets cancelled, so the axial components only remain. So therefore the total electric field at P will be equals to E equals to integration of dE, where integration of, you write the total thing, integration of dE cos theta it will be, okay, because we are taking only the axial component, that is dE cos theta components will all be included. 2 pi a square plus x square dl. So we know that the constant parts will come out. Oh sorry, we missed the cos theta. So here we can write q and 2 pi a. Okay, and what else is left? 2 pi a into a square plus x square. So all the terms you take it outside and we are left with dl cos theta. So now q by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by 2 pi a square plus x square. So now what is cos theta? So cos theta, you see, cos theta is base by hypotenuse, so it will be x by root over a square plus x square. So cos theta will be base, that is by hypotenuse, so r square plus a square to the power half dl will remain same, that is, since cos theta equals to x square by root over a square plus r square. So again q by 4 pi epsilon naught q by 4 pi epsilon naught we take to 1 by 2 pi a. So here you see power is 1, here we have another 1, so 1 plus half, it will become 3 by 2, x will come outside, dl will be present only. Because all these are constant, only this is the variable. So now dl is what? If you take small dl, so many dl's are present. If you sum up, that is integration means what? Summing up. So there are so many dl present. So if you add up all this dl, you will get the circumference. Okay. So if you cancel out the common factors, so what will be left behind? Qx to, so this is the direction, this is the electric field and it is directed along OP. Okay, along this direction. This is the direction of the final electric field. Okay, now there are some special cases. So special cases, suppose if P lies at the center of the ring, if P lies at the center of the ring, what will happen? If P lies, then X, so X will be, then X will be 0 because this distance is not there, means P is here, so X will be 0. So therefore electric field will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into this quantity is what? X is 0, so it will be 0. So what can you conclude from here? That means there is no electric field at the center of the charged ring. So there is no field here. So remember this. There is no field at the center of the charged ring. So second special case is what? If P is at a larger distance. If P is at a larger distance, that is X is much greater than A. That means what? P is at a very higher distance, at a very larger distance than the radius of the ring. So in that case, what you can write? In that case, we can write E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qx by xs cube. Why? Suppose here we will neglect A. Okay, neglect A because it is very small than x. So we can easily neglect A from here. So what we will get? So see, if we neglect A, what we are left behind with x square. So x square we write here and to the power 3 by 2. So qx by x to the power. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. What remains? X cube. So final answer is q by x square. So this is the formula of electric field. Electric field due to when P is at a very larger distance from the ring. Okay. So now you see one thing. This formula. Take this. This formula represents electric field due to a point charge. Okay, so that means what you can say, that electric field due to a charged ring at a larger distance from the center, the charged ring behaves like a point charge. Okay, at a very larger distance, the electrically charged ring behaves like a point charge. So this is the main conclusion that we have drawn. This formula is the main conclusion of this deduction, and from this deduction we can draw these two special cases. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood, and do comment if you have any problem. Thank you.